Hey, welcome back to What Is Wrong with You. This week I have
That's the name
Galyn
of the
with
podcast?
me. Yeah,
That's so funny.
I'm gonna figure out what's wrong with you. Galyn actually has his own podcast. It's called Barely Serious. It's a really good podcast, and he is a touring comic. I'm gonna go ahead and just plug it right there.
I'm just gonna
There
hold
it
this.
is. Yeah,
I'm just gonna hold this the whole time.
yeah. Check it out. Thanks for joining me. I'm sorry that you just got bit by a dog.
I know, I kicked it
Yeah, Galen
afterwards.
just
Oh
got.
yeah, it doesn't fit in the frame. That's hilarious.
The picture doesn't fit in the frame.
No.
Oh, it's a little smaller, but it didn't look that bad.
Anyway, what were you saying?
Yeah, and I'm sorry you got bit by a dog.
I don't know, you guys were all laughing, so I don't know how sorry you were.
I did not laugh. I'm laughing now because I just can't believe that happened to you.
Yeah, I can't either. It was like,
I'm sorry.
It was super nice, and all of a sudden I turned my back to walk in here to record this podcast, and I got bit.
I feel like we're
I'm gonna
cursed
sue you
now.
for damages.
You're not gonna get much. Good luck.
It's fine. I'll take a Chipotle burrito.
That's fair. Yeah. I listened to your podcast obviously, and you have a lot of stories. And I just want to hear about your crazy experiences.
What are you talking about?
Like, a lot of stuff that happens to you seems crazy. Like, like with all of like the
Starting
girlies
the podcast
and stuff.
hot.
Well, that's what normally I ask my guests. Like, what's something you discovered? Blah blah. I just want to know what the craziest thing that's ever happened to you is. Like after a show or something.
I don't know if like crazy shit happens all the time. So that's such a vague question. I can't think of like the craziest thing. I mean, getting bit by that dog was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That was just 3 minutes ago. But wow, it's only been a minute. Jesus.
Yeah, that is what like I was originally gonna ask. Then the dog bit you, and it threw off my flow.
No, I almost fucking fought some guy the other night at Creek. Not
Why?
at Creek, but across the street at Sidebar. Well, dude, I was over at Creek in the Cave. I don't even remember what it was. It was, shit. I think it was Sunday or Monday. There must have been Sunday. I don't know what was going on, but I was just hanging out there having a couple beers. And then I was talking to Charles. You know Charles? Big-ass black dude.
Yeah.
We were catching up. Yeah, it was Sunday because he was telling me about the funniest person in Austin where Brandon got hosed. But that's neither here nor there. We were catching up about that, and then this like short white dude like shows up like a beard, and he just like tries to like crash the conversation, and like I've never seen this dude, Charles never seen this dude, and he's just like acting all weird. And I was like, it's to the point where I was like, I gotta leave, because I was like, this is fucking annoying. So, dude, am I showing my white socks on the camera?
You don't like white socks?
I haven't done
No,
laundry.
your feet aren't in the shot. You're good.
Oh, well,
You got
I had
cool
it
shoes,
on my lap like this, and it was just showing white sock.
Yeah, they're all laughing at you. They all saw it. You fucking bitch.
Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I leave, right? So I'm leaving. I'm going out the door. It's like it's gotta be like midnight now. And Audrey was leaving too.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Where are you going?" I was like, "I'm going home. Where are you going?" She's like, "I'm going over to Sidebar. You want to come?" And I was like, "Sure." So I go over to Sidebar, get us a couple drinks, and we go out to the back, like the back patio. And then I look up, and that fucking dude, that same dude, like walked out back, like alone, like he followed me there. I was like, "Dude, what the fuck?" And then he like came over. And, like, we were talking, and he just, like, stands there, and he's, like, being weird as shit. And, like, there's nobody back there, and he's just, like, standing near us. I was like, what the fuck? And so I asked him, I was like, what's your name? And he told me his name, and he, like, reached his hand across the table to, like, shake my hand. And I just ignored it, and I was like, what's your last name? And he told me his last name, and I was like, cool, nice to meet you. Have a good night. And then he just, like, kept standing there, and I was like, no, man. Like, have a good night. Like, it's nice to meet you, bro.
Yeah.
This is the end of what this is.
Yeah.
And he just stands there some more, like, not even saying anything. And I was like, motherfucker. And so I asked him, I was like, it's fine because it's like, people who are, like, brand new into comedy or whatever don't understand really, like, social boundaries or anything like that. They don't understand how to, like, step into a conversation or whatever. And so I was, giving this guy a pass. So I asked him, I was like, how long you been doing stand-up? And he was like, oh, I don't.
Okay, that's even like creepier.
So I got really mad because, like, it's fine if like an open micer wants to waste my time type of thing, because it's like part of it. But I'm like, dude, like now you're just wasting my time, and you don't even do like now you're just a fucking muggle, like just fucking wasting my time. And I was like, oh really? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, cool, go inside. And he was like, what? I was like, get the fuck out of here, bro. And he was hammered. He was like spilling a drink on himself and shit.
Oh, okay.
And so that was the only reason why I got tough, really, because I was like,
Yeah.
I could easily beat this guy's ass, even though I'm small. He was like my size, but like trashed. So I was like, I could fuck this guy up.
Yeah.
And I was like, get the fuck out of here. And he was like, I'm not going to do what you're saying. I was like, you're going to get the fuck inside, or I'm going to get you back inside. And he was like, and just like walked inside. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh man. I was almost hoping that he was going to like say some dumb shit.
Yeah.
And I could just fuck him up.
Yeah.
And then like, cause I've never been in a fight. So like I would have been 1-0, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't want to get like arrested or nothing. And it's not like I could just leave because they know me there. Yeah, it's like across the street from Creek.
Yeah.
So.
That would have been a scene if you got arrested and everybody outside Creek's just like watching you.
You watch me get put into the back of a cop car
For fighting some dude.
That'd be hilarious. Nobody would guess that it was for beating some guy up either. They'd be like, who the fuck did he touch in the bathroom?
Yeah.
And then I just get arrested for, they're like, dude, he fought some guys. Like, they sure they got the right guy? Like, man, you should see that. He kicked his ass.
So let me get this right. That guy was at Creek and then he came to Sidebar?
Yeah, he followed me over there.
Okay, that's so weird. It's like he was looking for a fight or something. I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't think he was looking for a fight. I just think he was weird and wanted to hang out with people doing comedy.
That's still weird, though.
Extremely.
I don't know. That I have never been in a fight either. I guess you technically just kind of got in a fight with that dog.
Yeah, does he have his rabies shot? Like, should I be worried?
No, I think you're good, dude.
Right.
You just have like weak skin from all the fast food you eat. You don't have proper nutrition or anything.
Do you eat a lot of fast food?
Well, dude, so I moved into this house with my buddy, but he hasn't like it's like under renovation still, and like the last thing that needs to get done is the kitchen. So like there's nothing in the kitchen besides a microwave that works.
Right.
So I've been having like Taco Bell and like McDonald's like 4 or 5 times a week.
Okay.
And then like Top Ramen like the rest of the time.
Yeah.
Although he did smoke, he got a smoker, which is retarded. So we have like a smoker. So he smoked ribs last night, but we don't have anything to cook sides with, so it was just straight ribs.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, come on, man.
You know you can. Well, never mind. I was gonna say you can smoke mac and cheese, and it turns out really good, but you have to like cook it first through the pot.
Yeah, you can't just throw raw noodles inside a smoker.
Yeah, so never mind. He took an L with only getting that.
Well, dude, the first time, like the first week when Brandon and I moved out here, we got a charcoal grill, and dude, I like it'd been so long since I cooked with charcoal that I like forgot how to, and so like I lit the fire on the thing and I just doused it. I drained it like half of the bottle of lighter fluid on it, and I set it on fire, and so it's on fire, and it keeps dying down, which is what apparently it's supposed to. It's supposed to die down. You cook with like the smoke or whatever. But I thought you cook with the fire. I'm like, why does the fire keep going out? So I keep pouring more like gas on it.
Yeah.
And I threw the steaks on it, and I'm like, so by the time like it came out, the steaks just tasted like pure lighter fluid.
Oh, that sucks.
I remember Brandon's dad being like, "You fucking kidding?"
Y'all actually ate all of the steaks?
Well, yeah, we paid for it. I paid for it.
Yeah. I don't know how to do all that shit. I would never try to grill or anything like that, obviously.
What do you mean, obviously? How would I know that looking at you?
Like, that's like
You're not wearing an I Can't Grill t-shirt.
Well, I know, but that's like something that like a guy does. I'm not a dad.
That's a little sexist.
Well,
if I'm being honest, it's like positive sexism.
Yeah.
Like, well, I'm not a dad, but it's like anybody could pick up a spatula.
Well, I know, but like I just think, I mean, if you're a chick and you're out there like grilling, more power to you. I'm not gonna do that. It's hot outside.
Just cracking open beers with a titty piercing and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'll cook inside, but even that, it's like.
Where are you from?
I'm from Georgetown.
Oh, like you're from here?
Yeah, I'm from here.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah. So, it's not like I moved to Austin and it's like.
Yeah, but isn't Georgetown like 20 minutes away?
Yeah, like 45. Well, from where I live, it's like almost an hour.
Oh, well, that's
like
not
pretty
that
far,
bad.
but yeah, it's not bad at all.
So go see your family and shit.
Yeah.
Do you have any exes that are like trying to like hunt you down? You don't have to go the next town over. What the hell?
Yeah, I actually like a lot of my exes like moved back to Georgetown since like they graduated college.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I like still keep in contact with some of them.
Oh, what the
A
hell?
lot, yeah.
A lot?
It's, well, not like, no, not like, okay, there's like, it's mainly like dudes that I've had like flings with, but then it feels weird because I'm like, I'm not gonna hook up with you again. Like, we're both from Georgetown. That's like,
I didn't realize there was a code of conduct
well,
for banging in Georgetown.
if I showed you these guys, you'd be like,
Oh, I can imagine.
yeah, it's like Austin. It's 45 minutes away, but there's so much, like, dudes are way hotter in Austin. Like, Georgetown guys are not it.
Dude, I think you need to read a couple Title IX articles. You're coming off super sexist towards men. Talk about ugly guys, women can't grill. Have you ever heard of Title IX, bro?
No, I
I'm not
don't
allowed
know.
to say that anymore.
No, I haven't. But it's like,
You
I
haven't
don't-
heard of Title IX?
no.
That's hilarious.
I don't know. Can you pull it up, Brandon?
From my understanding, Title IX is like it's like sexual assault in the workplace and shit like that, and like
Oh.
sexism.
Well, it's not like, I'm not trying
Yeah,
to,
we could
like-
read that.
I'm zooming in, you cranky bitch. All right, can you read it, or do you need me to read
I
it?
can read
Yeah,
it. It says, no
yeah.
person in the United States shall, on the basis of sex, be excluded from participation in, which includes the grill,
Okay.
or the denied benefits of, which includes steak from the grill, or be subjected to discrimination, which counts for ugly dudes in Georgetown, under any education program or activity receiving federal financial assistance. So
Okay.
technically, if you got the stimulus check, that
Yeah.
counts for that, and I'm gonna submit a report.
Well,
You're gonna
Go
owe the
ahead.
government $2,000.
Go ahead, because you know what? I'm conflicted right now because I've been like celibate or whatever for the past like couple months. But
Your
it's like,
choice, or
yeah, because well, here's the thing.
you woke up one day and was just like, I feel like not fucking.
No, I'm just like, I'm like, like I don't want to just like keep on fucking people. Like I want maybe a boyfriend. I don't know. So until I figure it
I mean,
out.
maybe a boyfriend. You want a
Well, like,
girlfriend?
No, I mean like maybe I want a relationship.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, but so like I don't know yet what I want. So I just like, but now I'm like.
How old are you?
I'm 23.
Oh, I thought you were
Yeah.
like 35.
Do I give off that old of energy?
Kind of. You said words like celibate and shit like that.
Well, I'm
Pretty
just
old
like,
person thing to say.
yeah, but I'm just choosing like not to date anyone. But then I'm like, well, I could hook up with some of the Georgetown dudes, or I could get back on the apps. But I'm like scared that if I get on Tinder, I had like a really weird experience, and so I'm like, I don't really want
Do
to
tell.
get back on there. Okay, so this guy, I have this thing for like very tall dudes.
I
and
think
I
that's
swear-
pretty normal.
It is, but like he was like he put 6'7" in his bio, and like I believe that he was that tall, but maybe he's exaggerating. But anyways, we
Yeah,
had
6'7", he'd be like the NBA.
yeah. I mean,
he's
no,
not,
he was
wouldn't
like
be on Tinder.
gigantic.
The fuck?
No, he was gigantic, but we had like only messed around. We never like actually fucked, and this was like a couple times, and then. One day we were messing around and he left like his.
Now I'm gonna need
closet door.
Definition of messing around.
Oh,
How do you
well,
mess
like,
around 3 different times
you
and not fuck? I don't
You
understand.
just like you do everything but sex.
What? Why?
Yeah, because I just didn't want to like fuck him.
You were
yet.
eating ass and shit?
No.
You
No,
said
I didn't
everything
eat
else.
his ass. Okay, not like we just like fooled around. You know what that is.
I guess. I've
We,
never
like-
just fooled around and just been like, peace.
Well, we just like we like gave each other head and all that. We
Nice.
just didn't have sex. But then one day, he left his closet door open, and there was like a tail hanging from it, and I was like, "What is that?" And it turns out like he's a brony. He was a brony. Do you know what that is? Like the grown ass men who like My Little Pony, and like they go to like conventions and stuff.
I've never heard of that.
You haven't?
No.
Oh my god. When I like asked him about it, he was like, "Oh, I didn't want you to like see that, but my friends got that for me because like I used to be a brony." And I was like, "Like you have it
See,
in
that's
your
not that
closet."
weird, though. I thought you were going to say like some like near rape story or something
No,
cool.
well, so it gets a little bit better. So after I saw that, like I was like, "Yeah, I'm not like I cannot."
Oh, that's
fucking-"
hilarious.
Yeah, but he didn't dress like
Why
that.
is it the
so, like-
same guy in multiple pictures? He's like the spokesperson of Bronies.
Yeah, the tail was like rainbow and shit like that. So then I decided not to fuck him. I like told him I didn't want to fuck him, and then he DM'd me all this crazy stuff. He was like, "I haven't like had any luck on Tinder in the past 3 years, and he was
3
like,
years?
yeah, he was like, I like wanted to like kill myself, and like I thought like getting laid would like help me, and like you didn't even want to fuck me, and he was like, I had no friends in college, and I'm depressed. Like he said like all this crazy stuff, and so yeah, I just like blocked him, and I was like, I don't like you never know.
You should have told him to buy a hooker.
But yeah, but like I was scared. Like in the moment, I was scared because I was like, this dude is like insane.
And he was from Georgetown?
No, so he was over in Austin, but I met him off Tinder, so that's why I just deleted Tinder after this.
Because of that?
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking funny.
Yeah, I'm on Hinge, but like it's not the same.
Hinge doesn't count.
Are you on Hinge?
Fuck no.
Oh, why?
Well, dude, I don't want to be offensive after we were just talking about the Title IX stuff, but like all the chicks on Hinge are fat. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. You don't like thick women? Or are you like, do you like thick but not fat?
No, I'm like I want to feel our hips hitting each other's hips type of guy.
Okay.
I'm into that like skeleton type stuff.
Okay, so like the model.
Yeah, you know.
Okay, yeah.
But it would be funny because I deleted Hinge because I kept Hinge, right?
Yeah.
And then it would be funny because like I would get an email and they'd be like, "Oh, we think you'd be perfect with like Bethany or whatever." So I'd open the email and then this bitch would be like 400 pounds.
Oh god.
I'm like, dude, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like this app, like I don't know what it thinks of me.
Yeah.
I want to I almost wanted to fight the app. I wanted to just throw hands.
Yeah.
I almost responded to the email being like, bro, the fuck.
Like I'm reporting the whole app of Hinge.
I never fucked anybody. I have a lot of success on Tinder.
Right.
But Hinge, I never fucked anybody. It's weird. It was fucking, well, I was like kind of half-assing it, but I did match with this like super hot chick, like a 10 out of 10. And then we like never fucked, and she like moved to San Diego, and then I unfollowed her, and then like the other day I checked on her and she unfollowed me too, and I was like, what the hell?
Well, because you unfollowed her first.
I know, but what the fuck, dude?
Well, like,
why would I care what she posts?
Well, that's like embarrassing as a chick to be like, yeah, this guy that like I was gonna fuck unfollowed me. I would unfollow you too. I'm sure like
it's not cool.
You could hit her up next time you're in San Diego, and she'd probably.
No, it's because she got like a boyfriend or something.
Oh,
and so I was like, well, I'm
okay.
not gonna follow this anymore. Like,
yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know.
See how fake happy you are in Taiwan or whatever. Fuck.
Is like Tinder your like main app that you go on?
Yeah,
Okay.
I pay for it.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
What does like the feature give you? Just tell you who likes you?
No, you get 5 super likes a week.
Oh.
It used to be a day, which was like I would be getting pussy like all the time,
Yeah.
and then it turned to like a week, and I'm like, well, dude, this is because I would treat like the super likes like draft picks. You know, you got to use super like.
Yeah.
You don't super like the super hot chicks because they probably get super liked all the time and it doesn't mean anything to them. You got to super like the second round draft picks, like the 7s, the high 6s, the low 7s. You super like them, they're willing to fuck you more. So like, oh, this guy liked me, and it's just like easy puss. You super like the 10s,
yeah.
So you might as well just throw it in the trash.
That's a good way of like thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to waste my money.
Well, yeah. I have never paid for Tinder. I paid for Bumble.
Really?
Yeah, because there was like, this was like crazy of me to think back on it, but there was this guy that I like fucked.
These mics are so heavy.
I know. I wanted to see
asleep.
if he like swiped on me, and he didn't. Like, you know how it tells you like who likes you? I was like, I wonder if he like.
Well, dude, so here's the thing. I don't want to see who swiped right on me. I don't give a fuck about that. I want to see what bitches saw my profile and were like, nah. I want to see you swipe left. Show me that shit.
Okay, yeah.
I want to see like how fat or like whatever, like just how ugly some chicks are that just like swiped left on me, and just be like, and find her on Instagram and be like, who the fuck do you think you are?
Like,
are you fucking
I don't
kidding
like
me?
you anyways. Yeah.
Like that guy who done all that crazy shit. That would be me. Like, bitch, who the fuck? You
Who
IHOP
you
fucking
are?
waitress, bitch. Like, fucking what the hell?
They'd be like, what the fuck?
They'd be like, don't even remember it. But I took it all personal. Are you fucking kidding me? Bring me more grapes. Fucking Denny's, you whore.
Yeah, I don't know. Tinder, it's just, if I was a guy, I would still have it, but I don't know.
You almost have to.
Yeah.
As a guy.
Yeah.
Because, like, chicks expect too much now. You can't, like, the days of, like, just walking up to some bimbo at karaoke night are, like, over.
You wouldn't do that? I don't think that, I think that, like, I'd rather meet a guy that way instead of, like, an app.
I don't know. I feel like chicks think it's, like, corny now.
I don't think. I mean, maybe they do, but I don't think like none of my friends would think that.
when Brandon and I were in Columbus after the show, we went to like this bar and they were doing like line dancing and shit. And there was this like super cute girl that I was like super digging, and so I went up to her just like you see in the movies and shit, and just like you used to be able to do like before Tinder. And I started up a conversation, and then it was like weird.
Really? Like,
And so I just like dipped.
did she like not give you her number, or was she just like
I don't know what her
awkward?
number. I was leaving the next morning.
Oh, okay. She just wanted her to come home with you.
Well, I wanted to just like fuck her in the bathroom or something,
Oh, okay.
or
That's-
like
yeah,
she's probably from like buttfuck Alabama or someplace
Yeah.
I'll never be at.
yeah. So
So I'm
just
like,
a
I don't want
little
her fucking number.
quickie in the bathroom.
I don't want her fucking 313 ass number or
Yeah.
whatever. The fuck. I only want your phone number if it's a 512 or a 714. That's all I give a fuck about.
So that's like, you're not the type to just like text a chick. You just like to like hook up and then bye.
What would I text him about?
I don't know. Well, that's why I'm asking, because I think that's weird if you're just like hooking up with someone and they constantly want to be like texting you.
Yeah, hell
You
no.
know, like, isn't that kind of odd?
Yeah, it's like, why do you want to
Yeah.
know about my day?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's another reason why,
Not
like,
your girlfriend. Boyfriend, sorry.
I don't like dating apps like that, because on Hinge, I'm not going to text some dude leading up to the, like, honestly, I don't even really like going on dates that much. I'd rather just, like, get the deed done and then bye. But that's not, like, you don't know if you're going to get murdered, you know?
I guess that's why I think it's
Yeah.
fucking hilarious. Like so my move that I do with like chicks is I'll be like, the first message I'll be like, please don't be a bot, and then they always respond and they'll be like, I'm not, or they'll say something stupid that's to do with like robots or something, and then my next response, no matter what they say,
Yeah.
I say, prove it, drinks on me tonight.
Oh, okay.
Bam. And so it's like, you go get
Yeah.
drinks, whatever. I'm down to pay $20 because most chicks have a low tolerance anyway.
Yeah.
With 2 drinks, they're fucking you.
Yeah.
And then, especially if they met you there off Tinder, you know what I mean? They're not
Yeah.
just showing up there to, find out my opinion on applesauce or whatever,
Right.
And so, meet up with them, do whatever, and then we, take them back to wherever. But then there's those chicks that are like, nah, like, what's your address? And I'm like, yeah, it's just like, they'll like come over here or like
Yeah.
wherever I'm at and just like, fuck me. And I'm like, dude, you don't know me.
Great. Yeah.
Because I saw this tweet talking about like Ted Bundy. Like Ted Bundy would have stat padded like in this generation. Like Ted Bundy
Yeah.
had Tinder. That dude would be killing like 3 people
Yeah.
a day, and they would come to his front door like DoorDash.
Yeah, that's insane. There's actually someone in Austin right now, a guy that's going around and like apparently running into women's cars with his truck and then like kidnapping them.
And kidnapping them.
Yeah, I read it. Well, my
I
friend.
respect that.
Yeah, my friend sent me it yesterday. Well, it's not like I guess it's not like a kidnap. He's just taking them because it's not kids who he's going after.
This thing is still
yeah.
called kidnapping. Pull that up. You don't have to be a kid to get kidnapped.
The Austin kidnapper.
They're not woman napping. It's just kidnapping. I think it's just. I don't think it's.
He's abducting.
Abducting,
women.
I guess. Yeah.
Uh,
That'd be so funny, dude. If you're like you just turned 18
Yeah.
and you get kidnapped by that guy, but
Yeah.
you're now too old to get an Amber Alert, so nobody finds you.
the day you turn 18, he just
Yeah.
swipes you up. Yeah, his name. I actually have a picture of him because.
Oh, they know who he is?
Yeah.
Did he get caught? Or is he just
no,
still
not
on the
yet.
loose?
No, he's
Well, how do they know who he is?
Uh,
How the hell
my
do they just
friend-
know who he is?
his name, or maybe they don't. No, they said so. This is there's a serial killer.
That's
abductor.
him?
Yeah.
There's a serial killer or abductor who is currently hunting. That's hilarious. In Austin, Texas, my friend was almost taken by him. Drives a truck with LED lights and hits cars of women alone. And once they pull over, he takes them. Multiple disappearances. If you're in the area and you're hit by a truck with LED lights, keep driving and call the cops. Stay safe. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, what's his name? They just have the picture of the guy?
Yeah, just the
Looks
picture.
like Stone Cold
So, yeah.
Steve Austin.
I know. But I don't know how they would have gotten the picture without the name, but whatever.
Yeah,
But yeah.
I'm calling bullshit, bro. That's just some chick's ex, and she just made that up to get back at the guy. Have that picture go viral. He's
Yeah.
just sitting at home, like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. That would be like psychotic to
His
do
boss
that
is going to
someone.
walk in and be like, dude, are you kidnapping women? He's like, what are
Yeah.
you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, he does look like scary though. I don't know.
He does look
There's-
scary.
yeah.
Well, see, here you go just judging dudes again.
Well, I'm sorry.
You almost got me to agree with you too.
Yeah,
You almost got me.
Yeah, he does for a while though.
He's just a white dude with no hair. What are you talking about?
But it's a
He looks like the dude from Pawn Stars.
I don't know what that guy looks like. Can you pull up a picture of
Rick Harrison.
Rick Harrison? Okay, he looks like him if Rick Harrison was skinny.
Yeah, but that guy's not going around kidnapping women, so I
Yeah.
don't believe that this dude's going around kidnapping women. I think we should free my boy.
Well, he's on the loose though. Well,
Oh,
yeah.
I think we should
just
keep freeing my
let
boy.
him do his thing.
Well, if I saw that dude
yeah,
on the side of the road kidnapping some chick, I would just keep driving.
that's horrible.
Well, what am I going to do? Get kidnapped too?
Yeah, no, I don't blame you.
I'm not trying to get abducted.
So you're
I think about that all the time, actually.
Yeah.
Because I used to like live in California, and I'd drive by like the Long Beach port and shit, and it was just this huge port, and the shipping containers and stuff.
Yeah.
And I just know that driving by those millions of shipping containers, that there's people in them. You know what I mean? Just getting like
Yeah.
sex trafficked to like Indonesia or some shit, which I think is hilarious. But like you think about it, like, well, it's just like it sucks for them. But
Yeah.
like, so like I think about it in this weird way of like the Holocaust.
Yeah.
Like I think that like the Holocaust is funny in a way of like nobody thinks about it because there's so many people died. Nobody thinks about like each individual person had their own life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it'd be like if all three of us in this room got like kidnapped or like abducted and like
Right.
sex trafficked to like Indonesia, and we just like woke up in like the Ukraine or something. Like it'd be like, what the fuck? That's how it
Yeah.
was for like 14 million people that just like woke up in a concentration camp.
Yeah, that is
But nobody
true.
thinks about that because the number is so great that it kind of like dehumanizes them.
Yeah, and they don't even get like their own like funeral or like anything when they die.
Well, what are we supposed to
Just
do
there.
it now?
No.
There's no reparation
Well,
funerals.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to die in a situation like that because I want like my own funeral and stuff.
Well, so my great grandpa's little sister died when she was 3 of diphtheria. Do you remember diphtheria?
No, what is that?
Hey, it was a disease that like went around and like I want to say like it's got to be like 1930s low,
Okay.
or maybe 1920s high, like probably around the Great Depression era. And you ever seen the movie Balto? Fuck, really?
I know,
dude?
yeah. I'm
Come
sorry,
on,
I don't
man.
know anything.
Balto was this movie about this dog that like led a sled of dogs to like get this medicine back to this small town in Alaska, and the medicine was for diphtheria. Yeah.
That's diphtheria. That's my phone.
Yeah, they still have it. It's still around, kind of, but I don't know when. That's not saying when the outbreak was. I think it was like 1930. But she died of that, and so there's this like mass grave that still exists in like Pasadena, California, of like all these kids that died of diphtheria. They all got put in this mass grave, and like to this day, there's like a security guard there.
It
That's
says it's in the 1920s is when it
20s?
occurred, yeah.
20s, yeah. All right. Yeah, so there's like this mass grave in Pasadena. Like there's still a security guard there, and my great grandpa's little sister's in there. And like, because like if
Wow.
you were to like break that ground,
Yeah.
it would like release the fucking disease again. It's crazy.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause
that's why
all died.
they have security
Damn.
there because it would be like eco terrorism if
Yeah.
somebody went there and like dug up that grave and like released it. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's fucking insane because some crazy person could be like. Wow,
That'd be such a
like,
weird thing though to be like.
yeah.
You'd have to be like a history buff to even know that.
Yeah.
Like Bin Laden never heard of diphtheria, bro.
Yeah, I didn't even know what that was either.
It's weird too because it said that they developed a vaccine for it. So it's like, couldn't we just vaccinate a bunch of people if it got released though?
I
Oh,
guess,
yeah,
but
yeah.
after COVID, how many people would even take it?
That would be hilarious
Yeah.
if it just broke out because no one would get vaccinated.
If it came back,
How'd we start talking about
Between-
diphtheria?
I don't know. I don't know. That's how it always
Oh, because you
goes.
said you wouldn't want to die in like some mass scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like that sucks. Like she never got a funeral,
Yeah.
and like they weren't allowed to watch her get tossed in because it was like, or not tossed in,
What
but
did-
they probably threw him in. That's what I do.
Yeah.
If I was the dude working there, I'm wearing a biohazard thing. I'm
Yeah.
not setting them in there gently.
Oh,
I'm
yeah, I don't blame you.
I'm kicking him in. I'm
Well,
fucking
'cause-
throwing him across. I'm throwing him from 6 feet away.
Well, because you don't like. Yeah, you also don't know them, so like, why would you set gently each kid? Yeah.
Yeah, I
Just
mean, I
put
guess
'em
the
in
only
there.
reason would be because they're kids, but fuck that,
Yeah.
I'm throwing that shit in. The thing that's weird is that like some of my family members would like years later would claim that they like I think her name was Rosie or some shit. They would claim that like they saw her running around the house and shit. I'm like, yeah, right.
Oh, like as a
That
ghost.
ghost better stay the fuck away from me. She probably still has it.
Are you scared of ghosts?
I'm not scared of ghosts.
But like, what do you believe
What are you
in
about to
them?
jinx me into
Well,
something?
no, it's
And
just
knock on
because
wood.
no, I really like ghost and like haunted stuff like that. Like,
I don't believe in like ghosts, but I do believe in like if like you got straight blown away or murdered or
Yeah.
something like your soul imprint or whatever like
Right.
stays in that area. I do believe in that, but I don't think that it's just like you're not gonna walk into a room and see some ghost smoking a cigar.
well, no, yeah, that's a little like far fetched, but I am like, I think that ghosts exist. I
Why?
just don't think, because I grew up in a house that was pretty like haunted, and well, it was right by a cemetery, like for starters.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah, and I just remember being like so freaked out and hearing stuff and seeing stuff, and then my neighbor who lived next door to me, her mom said that like she saw a ghost in their house. So I was like, okay, this whole entire like neighborhood it probably is like haunted because the cemetery and all that. So yeah.
See, I feel like here you go again with like judging shit before you even know. Like, what if they're not haunting? Like
Well-
haunting, I feel like is such a anti-ghost slur.
Yeah.
Like haunting. What if they're just like trying to communicate about the afterlife?
Well, yeah. Okay, so I
You
guess it's
asshole.
not
You're just
haunted.
talking about fucking.
I should be more PC with the ghost. Sorry. No, I mean
That's why they're
I guess
haunting you because you're fucking racist towards them.
I'm not racist towards them. I just think that it's like creepy that they make themselves known and I'm here
They're
like
just
I'm
trying
like
to
you're
communicate.
dead.
They're just trying to communicate to you. It's not their fault they died.
I guess that's true.
Are you religious?
Kinda a little
What?
bit. Like
Like what kind?
I'll pray and stuff and I believe in God, but I don't go to church every Sunday. Are you religious?
No,
I
do I
wouldn't
sound
think-
religious?
Yeah, no, I'd be shocked.
Do you see a cross on this chain?
Yeah, no. But I was always told, like, because I grew up Catholic, and so they'd be like, don't communicate with, like, spirits. Like, I've always wanted to do a Ouija board, and I've been told, like, not to do that, because I'll unlock a portal, you know,
Portal to what?
to, like, demons and stuff. You know, like, this.
I can't believe people think that shit's real, bro.
So you're one of the people that play it and just not get scared?
I never
can see
played
that.
that. I'm not insane.
Well,
But I don't think that you're going to release demons, but I also didn't play that game.
yeah.
I don't believe that you could. I mean, you could buy that game at Target. You're not unleashing
Yeah.
demons, bro.
I don't know.
You
I'm
bought
just
that
like,
shit at Party City. What are you talking about?
I'm superstitious.
Like if
There's
I'm gonna
a-
see some demons and ghosts, that shit that thing better have been built by Merlin and just passed down through some dude's family, not bought at Walmart,
Okay, well that's better.
manufactured by Hasbro. What are
Yeah.
you talking about?
I don't know. Can you look up the witch's grave in Liberty Hill?
That sounds
So
scary. Where's that?
So
Is that
Liberty Hill.
Pennsylvania?
No, that's near Georgetown.
I don't like.
It's-
I don't like how close that is.
Yeah, so Liberty Hill is not too far from where I live, and there's a witch's grave, and you have to leave like a gift for her every time you go see it. Like it's a thing that people do because there's nothing to do.
Like what kind of gift? Do you just throw a condom on it or what?
You can leave that, or you can leave like money. Some people leave like
Shut
beer
the
cans.
fuck up, dude.
Yeah. So I went to her grave.
Can she come through the screen? Why is this on here? 'Cause now I'm scared.
Don't be scared. See, now I don't think that she's mean. They say you have to leave her a gift or she haunts you, but I went there 3 times, and I've left her like change every time.
Change.
I've
What
left
the fuck's
her,
she gonna do with
change.
quarters?
Well, I don't know. It's better than
I
like
hope she haunts you. What kind of weak ass gift is that?
I left her an Uno card to go along with it.
That's interesting. Which one?
I can't remember. We were just playing Uno, and we were like, let's go with the witch's grave. We have nothing to do. So then I just left her one of the cards with some change.
It would have been funny if you left her like a reverse card
Yeah.
and she like came back to life.
Hell no. But yeah, one of my friends...
Why is she a witch? What happened? Do you
I
not know
don't
the
know
story?
the backstory. So we
So you're
found
just
out...
leaving her meaningless gifts. You don't even know her story, bro.
Well, I don't know, like, why she died, but my friend's mom is the one who told us about her because she went to that grave and then she lost her wedding ring and she had a dream and this witch came in her dream and told her where her wedding ring was and it was in the exact spot. that the witch told her in her dream.
All right, so the ghost that haunts the Liberty Hill she was a woman, a slave, and she was hung, and she was like hung for the mortal sin of witchcraft. It says so. They believed her to be a witch, hung her, and then now she haunts the place because they like took her body down and then didn't bury it properly, I suppose.
Is her body there?
Oh.
Like her actual... let's go dig it up.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Are you down, though?
Yeah, it's
Yeah?
yeah. Oh, she was a white woman, too.
A white woman slave?
Really? What the hell?
What year are we talking?
It says like the 1800s. Or
That
it says
doesn't
over
sound- that
100
doesn't sound
years
right.
ago, so like 1880 or something. Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
A white woman slave that was also a witch.
Yeah.
She was a witch. Why didn't she just like convince them, hey, look, my skin. Why am I a slave? And they were like, but this is witchcraft. And they fucking buried her.
I didn't even know that she wasn't buried properly. That makes it even worse.
How do you not get buried properly? Like, was her hand
don't
sticking
know.
out? What are you talking about?
The grave looks like normal, but it's
Her
been so
leg
long
was
now.
just hanging out? Like, what are you talking? How do you get buried wrong? You just throw a body in a hole and cover it.
Well, maybe they didn't give her like a proper casket or
They
something.
like
that
fuck her
pissed
body
off.
after or
I
something
don't know.
while she was still warm.
That'd be insane.
She sounds hot.
That go up to her grave and like ask her to fuck.
I did.
She's
I'd be like, yo, has anybody? When was the last time you got yo pussy ate? And just like leave my address on a piece of paper.
she's come back and like, well, she wouldn't be haunting you if you got laid from her. I don't know, but yeah.
Well, what if I
That's-
sucked at it? I don't know how to please a
Oh,
ghost.
yeah.
I don't know how to please a ghost. It's like
Yeah.
4 fingers instead of 2. How am I supposed to know that? There's no guidelines.
No.
They need to do the ghost hunters version of that. They like have sex with the ghosts.
That's insane. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it sounds insane.
Yeah.
Saying that she found her wedding ring after all that.
She did. Well, that was my friend's mom that, yeah, she told her where the wedding
I want
ring
you
was
to text
at.
your friend's mom and tell her she's a fucking liar. That never happened.
I'm not, I'm not going to say that. I believe her. She's a nice lady.
So
but-
she's nice, means she can't make something up.
I guess not. I don't know.
Here you go, just judging people
Yeah.
again.
Is that what, like, we're taking out of this episode? Is that I'm judgmental?
I mean, I see no other way to put it.
Yeah.
What do you think of when you look at me?
You're funny. I don't know the baseball team that you like. Is it the Angels?
They said you don't know and then just said who they are.
Well, I'm taking a guess
Oh,
because there's
yeah.
a halo.
Yeah.
You like Logic.
Yeah, this is all just
That's-
regular stuff. This
yeah,
is like front of the
that's-
book stuff. You've been like judging.
You're-
You look at women and think they can't grill. What do you look at me and think I can't do? What do you think?
We're like, what's the word?
Cool?
Yeah, that'd be one of them. But you're like a little bit, I would say like smartass, but you're not really like a smartass. You just have like an attitude, but it's funny.
I'll take that.
Is that how do you normally get described by people?
Here we go.
That was the nicest way I've heard anyone call you a douchebag. Galyn. So polite.
You're a smart ass. You're a smart ass, but it's funny, so it's okay. Yeah, so a douchebag.
Maybe that's the word I was looking for.
I think douchebag fits.
Douchebag. Yeah, but see, like, but you're a douchebag, but like you're nice to me, so like I don't.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't. I guess that's why I don't think you're like a full-on douchebag, because.
I don't think I'm a full-on douchebag either.
Yeah.
I'm like a half-ass douchebag.
There you go.
But like the other half isn't. I wouldn't describe it as like a nice guy either. You know what I mean? Like it's not
Yeah.
like the other half isn't like I'm a douchebag, but the other half is just like I don't know, like I tolerate people, I guess. I don't know.
Okay. Well, yeah, because like you don't seem like you're like. There's people in this world who are just mean and like do mean things to get at people, but you don't
that's
seem.
not
You're
me.
not that.
That's
Yeah,
not
you're
me.
just.
I
you
try
seem
to
like
make
you
it
don't-
funny.
Yeah, yeah. You just seem like you don't really
Like
care.
that time that I wiped my asshole on Brandon's towel so he'd get pink eye.
You
That
did
just
that.
never happened. No.
You okay?
No.
I'm like, oh my god.
I was like, I got some strong ass eyes, bro. I never got it.
Or I just have a weak ass asshole.
I listened to y'all's episode of On the Road and how your car got, what was it, like booted?
Oh yeah, we got booted at a
oh my
strip
God.
club.
Was the strip club at least worth it?
No.
Uh,
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, I mean, since we split the boot, yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say yeah, it was worth it. But if I was
Okay.
just like there like solo dolo,
Yeah.
I would have been pissed.
Have you like gone to strip clubs here in Austin?
No, I haven't.
Okay. I've never been to one, but
Ever?
no.
Why? It's pretty sick. You just see like women's pussy and shit.
Well, I don't want to do that. They have like those magic mic shows for women. You know what I'm talking about? Where like
Yeah.
men, yeah. And some of my friends have like done that, but like, what's the point for some dude to just grind on me and then I pay him? Like, I'm not getting anything out of that.
Well, yeah, you're
But
not supposed to get anything out of it. It's supposed to be like a
yeah,
bonding experience with you and your friends. The people who go to strip clubs alone, that's sad.
that is really sad.
That's sad. But if like you're there like with your boys and some shit, you're just
Yeah.
like throwing money and just drinking, and like who
Yeah.
cares? You know what I mean? You're just like hanging out. I wouldn't go there sober either. Like I've
Right.
had already been like tanked to like end up at a strip club.
Yeah.
That's why when we went to this one, we were sober. We just went there for the wings. Like we weren't like
Right.
spending money on chicks.
Yeah, I went to my first strip club with Galyn, and I get why people like it. Like, if you were single and you had money, it would be a very fun place. But when you're broke, and it's not as fun when you're broke. But if you had money to just throw, that shit would be. I get why guys would go there. But I agree, you'd have to be fucked up to go there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should be fucked up. If you're just there sober, it's like,
Well, that's
all right, bro.
weird. Yeah.
Also, the drinks are expensive too. So the first strip club I went to was in Vegas, and like one Corona was like $15.
Oh God.
It was more expensive than the women. It was like Saudi
Yeah.
Arabia.
That's stupid. I've never gone to Vegas before, but I want to go just to
It's
have
pretty
like a
bitchin'.
crazy night.
Yeah.
Have you had wild times in Vegas?
First time I ever drank was in Vegas.
Really?
Yeah, it was pretty sick. I got kicked out of that same strip club that same night, and then I almost got arrested that night. And then
Oh my
this other
God.
time I went to Vegas with me and my buddy, and we drove 4 hours from Orange County to Vegas because we wanted to go to the Taco Bell Cantina, where they have, you can get like Baja Blast freezers,
Yeah.
like with vodka or rum
Yeah,
and shit
it's
like
pretty
that. So we
sick.
drove all the way out there for that. And then once we got there, we opened up the menu and we realized that there was a Taco Bell Cantina in Newport Beach. Which is in
That's-
Orange County,
yeah.
like literally 10 minutes
Yeah,
from like where we lived. And we drove 4 hours to Vegas. But we ended up just staying the night and ended up
Yeah.
having a good time. But like it was just like, oh shit, dude, like we spent
A whole
like $300
drive.
bucks. And
Yeah.
it was like it wasn't even like good either.
Yeah. I can imagine, like, it looks cool. I've seen, like, stuff on TikTok of people talking about it, but I've never been, and I don't know.
Vegas is bitchin'.
But,
It's not a
yeah.
place that I want to stay there for more than like 3 days.
Right.
I see people go there for like weeks.
Yeah.
And they're like, bro.
Well, that's, like, too much. I feel like weeks in Vegas.
It's also hot as shit. So like when I
Yeah.
went, it was actually my first drink ever. So I grew up in like an alcoholic family, so I vowed to like never drink.
Yeah.
And so I didn't have like my first drink until I was like 22.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so I had plenty of opportunities throughout my life too, and I just never did. And then I was smoking weed and shit. And so my buddy Amy, and my buddy Matt, and they were like fucking at the time. And so like we were just like hanging out, and like they met each other through me because I was friends with each of them like individually. And we were just like high at this gas station, and I was filling up my car, and it was like midnight, and I was like, hey, do you guys work tomorrow? And they were like, nah. And I was like, you guys work on Friday? It was like a Wednesday. I was like, you guys work on Friday? They were like, nah. And I was like, I work on Friday, but I could probably just call out. You guys want to go to Vegas? And they just laughed like that. They're like,
Yeah.
are you retarded? No, like, let's go home. And I was like, nah, like, let's go to Vegas. It was the day before New Year's Eve.
Oh, shit.
2019.
Okay.
And so I was like, let's go to fucking Vegas. And they're like, nah, you're crazy, whatever. And so like I just started driving, and they're like, are we really going to Vegas? We're
Yeah.
like, we're going to fucking Vegas. Like we're going to fucking Vegas. And so we drove to Vegas, and we like swung through each of our houses so we could like grab some shit. Like a toothbrush or fucking, like,
Right.
and it was the day before New Year, so it's December, it's cold.
Yeah.
But it's like, in California it was like 60, like it wasn't that cold. So Amy didn't bring a hoodie, but I always would wear a hoodie, so I brought a hoodie. And we drove 4 hours to Vegas, and we get there like 4 in the morning. We stay in Prim. We stay at Buffalo Bills Resort in Prim because the rooms there are $20. And it's
Okay.
like a 3-star resort.
Yeah.
But it's like the rooms are so cheap because they want you to go spend money in the casino. Like you spend,
Right.
they're like, oh, our room is only $25. Let's go spend extra that
Yeah.
we just saved.
Yeah.
And then you spend 50, you're gonna spend 100. You spend 100, you're gonna spend 150. You're gonna spend whatever.
Right.
So on and so forth. And so we didn't gamble in the thing. We were just like, we're just gonna crash here, spend
Yeah.
save all this money. It was like $5 a person to stay at this
Okay, yeah.
nice ass hotel.
That's that's a sweet deal.
And there's also a Denny's inside. There's a Denny's, a Panda Express,
Oh,
a
fuck
McDonald's
yeah.
inside the casino. It's a fucking sweet ass place in
Yeah.
Prim. And Prim is like the first town inside the Nevada border where it's like you could throw a rock and hit California from Prim. And so
Okay.
like because in California gambling's illegal, but in Nevada it is everywhere. And so, but it's like 40 minutes outside of Vegas. So we're like, we'll go to Vegas tomorrow, do all this crazy shit.
Right.
And so we go to Vegas. We end up getting a room at the Luxor, which is the pyramid, because it was also like $40.
Okay, yeah.
And
I've
it's
seen
connected. It's connected to the Mandalay Bay, which is where that dude like killed all those people at that festival. He like shot out of one of the windows from the
Yeah.
Mandalay Bay. So I was
Yeah.
like, this is fucking sweet. We got to go to that room. And like
Oh.
some of that, I wanted to like check it
that.
out.
Everyone died, yeah.
Well, nobody died in the room except for the guy, but so we go, and we're like, all right, let's go. So we're at we went to my first drink ever was in the basement of the MGM Grand.
That's pretty like sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we were there, and my buddy bought it for me, and it was a Jack and Coke, which I still drink everywhere I go. And so I was drinking it, and I just drank the whole thing in like one thing, and it was nasty. It was disgusting. Like the worst thing I've ever tasted in my life. And then I had another one, and it was still bad. And then I had another one, and it started getting good.
Yeah.
And then we got fucking shit-faced that night. We go to the strip club, which was, Sapphire. It was called Sapphire. And it's supposed to be like the world's nicest strip club or whatever. So like they sent out a ride for us. They picked us up in a Tesla. And then
Wow.
we ride this Tesla to the strip club, and we walk in. And I was trying to sneak in these bottles of alcohol, the little mini shots, and the guy patted us down and like found them, and he was like, you need to throw these away or hit them. And so my buddy was like, that's all you. So I hit him, right? It's not like I've never
Oh my
drank before in
God.
my
And
life.
you've had all of this alcohol.
Yeah, so I'm like 6 hard drinks deep now, and we're inside the strip club, and I'm like, this is my first time in a strip club, and so I was already doing stand-up at this point. So like
Right.
this was like 2019. I'd already been doing stand-up for a little bit, and so my buddy, like we were talking about it, and one of the strippers like heard us, and so they think I'm balling. They think I'm like fucking like famous or some shit like that. And so like at this point now there's like 3 strippers at our table like at all times. They're like ignoring like other people in there,
Right.
and I'm hammered, so they're thinking that we're gonna get so much money. And this stripper, like this blonde chick, no tits, but she had these like tattoos on her body, and she's like, I paid her for a lap dance, paid her for another one, like who cares? So now she thinks I'm like super duper balling.
Yeah.
She was like, let me give you a lap dance. Sure, threw the money at her. Fucking let me get another one. Bam, threw the money at her. There was a $5 bill on the table that like came back from our drinks, and there was a little leaflet of matches on the thing, and you can't leave matches anywhere near me. And so I set the $5 bill on fire, like in the strip club, right? And then
Yeah.
my buddy like put it out. He's like, "What are you, crazy?" But these strippers they're not even like real people. They're just like money
Yeah.
hungry or whatever. So they see me just burn a 5, and they're like, "Oh, this guy's loaded. This guy's just setting money on
A
fire."
$5 bill. Why
Well-
can't you leave matches around you? You like to burn stuff?
I like to burn stuff.
You're just like a little arsonist.
Pyromaniac.
Okay, yeah, so they see you burning this money.
Yeah, so they see me
and then-
burning money,
yeah.
and they're like, "Oh shit!" They're like, "That's crazy," right? And just to be like burning money in front of us, that's not how I thought of it. I was just like, I wonder if you could set money on fire. And I
Yeah.
set it on fire. But they were like, "Oh shit!" So this girl's giving me a lap dance, give me another lap dance. As she's giving me this lap dance, I see this tattoo on her ribs. There was like a paragraph, and this bitch kept trying to get me. She kept trying to get me to like take her into the VIP room, which is like 3 G's, and you get to fuck. 'em,
Oh my
right?
God.
So she keeps trying to get me to take her up
Yeah.
there, and I'm like, nah, no, I'm not taking you up there, bitch, and like all this stuff. And so I see this paragraph on her ribcage. So I asked her, like, I was drunk, but I still remember this, and I was like, "What does your tattoo say?" And she was like, "Oh, this one," and like grabbed my hand, put it on the tattoo, right, so I could like feel her boobies or whatever. And then she like leans into my ear and was like, "It means take me up to the VIP room." And I pushed her off me. I was like, "You fucking lying bitch. That's not what it fucking says."
You said that?
I was so mad because I really wanted to know what it said.
Yeah.
And here she's
yeah.
just gonna straight lie to my face like that, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, dude, hell nah. Keep the money for the rest of the lap dance, right? She leaves. And my buddy's getting a lap dance from this other chick. And my buddy Amy's just like sitting there watching us just like get rubbed up on and like
Yeah.
chewed it up with nothing. And then I take my phone out and I go on Snapchat and I take with the front, it's dark in there. I take a front facing flash, bam.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, like or I took a video with the front facing flash. I'm like, oh, I'm at this fucking strip club right now, blah, blah, blah. And the bouncer comes over and he's like, hey man, put your fucking phone away. Like you can't like be like recording in here. And I was like, oh, my bad, you know, whatever. I put my phone away. And then I take my phone back out and I take just a picture with the flash. I'm like, I just got in trouble for using my phone at this strip club.
That's such a nerd move.
And then the bouncer comes back over and he's like, dude, get the fuck off your phone. I'm not going to ask you again. I was like, all right. And so, like, I put my phone away. And then me and my buddy, I was so hammered that, like, I said something to my buddy and he starts laughing. And, like, it was something with, like, my eyebrows where I was like, I tried to make a face to him. But I didn't make a face. All I did was, like, raise my eyebrows. And so he, like, imitates what I did. And I laughed so hard that I fell out of my chair. Like, I leaned back in the chair, fell over, hit my head on the ground, right?
Oh, God.
And so the next thing I know, I just see this, like, flashlight in my face. And so I think it's my buddy, like, taking a Snapchat video of me.
Yeah. Oh my God, he's like, look at him.
Yeah, so
He
that's
got
what I
fucked
thought.
at the
So
strip
I'm flipping him
club.
off. I'm like, fuck you, you bitch. Like, kiss my ass, just flipping this dude off. The next thing I know, like, the flashlight
Oh my
turns off, and there's
God.
this big, huge bouncer. He was just like checking on me, and I'm calling him, like, you know, a bitch and all this shit. Like, and so he grabs me, drags me out, throws me into the fucking parking lot.
Oh
and my
God.
buddies just had to, like, walk out. And the thing that was funny is that it was Vegas, so it was like 15 degrees outside. And, like,
Oh, 'cause it's
a
in
desert.
December,
yeah, it's
right?
December in a desert. It
Yeah.
was like 15 degrees out.
Yeah.
And so Amy didn't have a hoodie, and so but I brought one. So which means guess who didn't fucking bring one? Me.
Yeah.
She got to use it. And so it was like cold as shit. But I'm so hammered. We ended up going to this dance club. It was called like Light something, but it was in the basement of the Mandalay Bay, and it was freaking sweet. And yeah, they ended up, like, I got on the stage and shit, and it was fucking cool. It was weird, like, the drinks were expensive as fuck,
Yeah.
but girls drank for free. So Amy just kept bringing us drinks. I was like, I don't know what the fuck this is. I don't know why girls drink for free there. It's not like, what's
Yeah.
the bartender just gonna clock out and fuck a chick and then clock back in? I don't know why the drinks are
Yeah.
free. It makes no sense. We didn't have to pay to get in there because we knew a promoter, like, off Instagram or some shit like that, and it was just like, yeah, we can get through you guys in.
Yeah.
And it was funny because that was funny about it is that there was like a dress code, and so I dress like this always.
Yeah. Yeah.
Always have, always
They
will.
don't want to let you in.
And so they were like, you can't dress like that. Like, my buddies were like, you can't dress like that.
Yeah.
Like, they have a dress code. And I was like, shut the fuck up. No, they don't.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, they do. And so we're like, fine. They're like, we're going to take you. So we go to this, like, mall, this huge mall, like, in the middle of Vegas. And there's, you know, the ceiling is like a sky, like a night sky. It's like this, there's,
Yeah.
like, waterfalls in this fucking, like, this mall. It's like, I don't know what it's called, but it's like, if you've been to Vegas, you've been to this mall. And, dude, and so we go inside this, like what's that dude's store? Not H&M. Is it H&M? S&M?
There's H&M. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was H&M.
PacSun.
It was H&M. Yeah,
Okay.
so we go into H&M. We get me a button-up shirt. We get me some pants and buy, like, a pair of shoes or some shit like that. Because we showed up in, like, flip-flops.
Yeah.
We were just, like, driving. And so we bought a pair of shoes. And I was like, I look stupid. Like,
I cannot imagine you in a button-up shirt. In, like, I
I'll
can't
show you
imagine
pictures
that.
from that night
Okay.
after the podcast.
Yeah. So.
And so we go and we're standing in the line. So we're in like the VIP line to get in, right? And so before we're in the front of it, right? So they're about to let us in. And there's this dude who is in like the GA line who had this fucking loser, had to pay to go there. So he already paid, right? And then the bouncer was like, you can't come in here. And he's like, what? Why? And he was wearing like what are those work boots?
Timberlands.
Yeah, Timberlands. He was wearing
Yeah.
Timberlands. And they're like, you can't fucking wear those in a club. And he's like, what are you talking about? He's like, you could hurt somebody, like, stomps. They were like steel-toed Timberlands. And I was like, the guy was like, you can't come in here with that, and your pants are off, and all this shit. And the guy, like, started fighting back, and they kicked his ass.
Damn.
Like, right there. I was like, yo, thank God we stopped at this H&M.
Yeah.
Because that would have been me. Like, what do you mean I can't wear sweats in here, you
Yeah.
fucking pussy? What are you
And
talking
you're already,
about?
like, hammered, too.
Yeah, I was
from-
already
yeah.
hammered, right? And so I was, like, hammered, like, already got kicked out of a strip club. Like, that was before
Yeah.
this. And I'm just sitting there watching this guy get stomped out over his shoes. And I was like, man, Vegas is fucking sick. I was like, this is sweet. And we go into the club. It was a dope-ass time. And then we go back to the room, and I passed out. Anyway, yeah,
So that happened to you all in one night.
that was all one night.
And that was your first night ever getting drunk.
That was my first time ever
That's
getting drunk, and I didn't throw
crazy.
up. The next first time I threw up was also the second time I ever drank, and it was at my buddy's, the same buddy, Matt, Matt was the first guest ever on my podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Before that Vegas trip even, and because he's like an artist and shit like that. He actually designed this podcast logo.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, that's a Matt creation.
It looks great.
It's fucking sweet. Shout out Matt for creating that. Glad I think I still owe him money for it actually.
Wow.
No, I paid him.
You're talking about how great it is. You pay him.
No, I paid him. But it's like his cousin's birthday party, and so he's like, yeah, come through. So I cruise through with Amy and my buddy Diego and me, and we pull up to this party, and we like walk in, and so they know me, and they know Amy. They don't know Diego, right? And it's like this Hispanic family.
Yeah.
And so they pull up on Diego, and he's like, we don't know you, hit this. And they hand him like this bottle of tequila that had like a worm in it. And like, it's just like a test of
The
like.
worm in the tequila.
Yeah, it's just like a
my
test of how
family's
cool
like
he
that.
is type of thing. You know, it's like they're, they're Hispanic.
Yeah.
They're like, if you want to be at this party, hit this, prove
Yep.
it. And so like, he hits this thing for like, and they're counting down seconds, bro. He hit that shit for like 12 seconds. I was like, you're going to die.
Yeah.
I was like, you're going to die, bro.
Were they all like chanting around him?
They were just like,
Yeah.
oh, this dude's the shit, like, blah, blah, blah. And then
Sounds
they,
like
it was funny because then Diego tried to pass it to me, and I was like, no, they know me. And I just walked in, and I was like, I'm not touching that, bro. I'm not touching that. That is disgusting. And it was, like, brown. It was like
Yeah.
not name brand tequila. It was, like, there was no
Yeah.
label on it, either. It was just, like, a glass bottle with a worm in it. And I was like, that's fucking...
Yeah.
Like, the fact that, like, I have so much respect for him that he just, like, fuck it,
Drink
just
it?
hit it. I was
Yeah.
like, you're insane.
That's like,
And then, so my buddy's working the bar at this like backyard party, but my buddy Matt. So I walk over to him, and I was like, yo, like, what's up? Said what's up to him. He's like, hey, take a shot with me. I was like, all right, for sure, bam. So I hit this double shot with him, and then these other people came up that have like been to shows and shit, and they're like, yo, Galyn, what's up, dude? Oh, take a shot with me. So I was like, all right, for sure. And these are all doubles. These are all double shots. Bam. So I hit double shot with these other people. And then these other people came up. And so I don't know the risks of drinking yet.
yeah.
This is only my second time
Your
drinking.
second time.
So I don't know that there's like
Fucking fucked up.
yeah, I didn't know there was
Yeah.
like a limit to like what you could drink in a certain amount of time. So I hit another one. I took 5 double shots in 5 minutes.
Oh, no.
And so I was up there sober. Went up there sober to set it
Yeah.
up. And then I was like, all right, cool. I'll see you later. Like immediately. And I turned, and all of a sudden, like Amy and Diego were sitting at a table, and it was like they were probably like 6 feet away from me. It was like 600 yards away. Like it felt like a mile. And
Yeah.
I'm now stumbling, tripping over chairs, like just wasted immediately.
Yeah.
I'm small. I don't remember if I ate. Like I'm just shit. I had just had 10 shots.
Yeah, that is
Just trashed.
insane.
And so I'm now like shaking uncontrollably, like sitting in this chair, like just
God.
talking nonsense, like
Yeah.
alcohol poisoning level of too much alcohol. And then they were like, yo, we got to get him out of here. And I was like, and I'd been there for like 30 minutes. And they're like, we got to get him the fuck out of here. And so Matt calls up an Uber, and there's a video of me like holding on to him because I can't stand up straight, just telling him how much I love him and shit like that. And so they throw me in the back of this Uber with Amy and Diego, and we're driving, and I'm just like, they're driving this was in like, do we have a hard out?
No.
Oh, you keep looking at it.
I'm just zoning out, dude.
Oh, okay, no worries. So we're driving from Los Al to Fountain Valley, which is like 23 minutes, which when you're that fucked up is a long ass time.
Yeah,
That's
especially
half this
like
podcast.
getting
That's-
like all dizzy and everything in the car.
yeah,
Hell
and
no.
I'm like uncontrollably, like I have no control over my legs or anything, right? So
Yeah.
I'm just like that gone. I've never like been this fucked up before in my life.
Yeah.
And I've actually never been this fucked up since. Like it's like uncontrollably like insane. And the guy thinks I'm going to throw up in his car, so he pulls over in this like ghetto ass neighborhood and kicks us out of his car and like just takes off. And so now we have to.
Oh my God.
Amy calls up Matt, who like gets us in contact with his little brother who doesn't even have his license yet. But so he like gives his little brother who doesn't have his license like the keys to his car. And like we just like drop our location. He comes and picks us up with like he's in high school.
Yeah.
He comes and picks us up like with his girlfriend. And so she's like sitting in the front. I'm in the back, and I'm like he brought a bag, so I'm like violently throwing up in this like
Yeah.
Rite Aid plastic bag. My buddies are like trying to like not sit near me,
Yeah.
like, but we're both in the back seat because for some reason he brought his fucking girlfriend, so we're like
Yeah.
cramped in this back seat. So I'm just like blah, like in this fucking Rite
So
Aid bag,
nasty.
and. I'm in the side of the whatever. We finally get to Fountain Valley, and it was the funniest thing. So I'll never forget this chick's face, like his girlfriend just being like, because they were like sophomores in high school,
Yeah.
and there's just these like grown ass people like in their backseat just
Puking.
bleh, like just fucking. And Diego was also
Yeah.
shit faced because he hit that fucking tequila ball. He just wasn't throwing.
Oh,
Oh no,
yeah.
he was throwing up too.
Oh my
Before
God.
we left, he threw up in this bush like out front, like, and so we're just like bleh, like in the backseat of this dude's car. Amy's just sitting there like she only had like a beer because we had
Right.
just gotten there, and she's not crazy like we were.
Yeah.
And so she had like a beer. She's not having a good time, but she's laughing because it's fucking
'cause-
hilarious.
yeah.
Like two of her best friends are now just
throwing
dying,
up.
just
Yeah.
dying. And there's just this like 16-year-old girl
Yeah.
in the front just like freaking out. And she's like, what the fuck is going on? And drops us off. And then he ended up breaking up with her like later on, like years later on. But I just think it's funny that like now there's just some girl out there that just has this story of like one time like we picked up Galyn out of
Yeah.
like in the middle of Compton.
Yeah.
And, like, fucking, he threw up in the backseat of this car and like yeah, it was fucking. I think it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that sounds like a wild time. Yeah, I've only been like fucked up like that one time, and I can imagine it's like I've never been like that again. I like throwing up like that in a car.
Yeah, it's not
Hello.
fun.
Yeah, your poor friend Amy had to just be there with you guys.
She also
the
babysat us
vomiting.
on our mushroom trip.
She
So
sounds like
she's been around us for a
Yeah.
while. Yeah,
she
she's a
sounds like a
trooper.
real one. That's
She is. Only if she picks me up from the airport next Wednesday, you bitch.
oh, don't call her a bitch. She's not gonna do it. And she
Oh.
was with you in Vegas, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you have like she's nice.
Yeah, she's a real one. She's like my best
yeah.
friend.
Hell yeah. That's
Only if she picks me up from the airport.
only yeah.
Like, it could go away. That title could be revoked.
Well, yeah. That was such a crazy time. So that was your first time getting drunk was in Vegas, second time. How far apart were these
Like
again?
3 days. It was like
Okay.
3 days later.
Yeah. You really went hard. And this was at, how old are you now? If you care to ask?
25.
Oh, okay.
So I was like,
So this was
I was
not-
like, I was 20. Let me see. I think I was 20. I think I was 22. Just turned 22. Let's see years. I think it was 2019.
I was going to say that's recent, but that was like a couple years ago.
Let's see. Maybe it was 2018. Yeah, it was December of 2018. So I was 21 still, and I was still doing stand up. It was December of 2018. Why is
Yeah.
it taking so long to scroll through this shit? What the fuck? Just take me where I want to be.
You've been back to Vegas since then, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, I've done the
Okay,
shows there
cool.
and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I assumed.
Let's see. Come on, man. I didn't realize how many pictures I took. Yeah, here we go. So this is me in Planet Hollywood, Las Vegas Resort and Casino in the dressing room.
Oh, that's what they had you. Okay, you look nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
that's
I
what
didn't
they had you
feel
wear.
nice. Yeah, dude. So like, that's Amy.
Oh yeah, Amy. Hello.
That's Matt.
Heck yeah. You
Yeah.
show me the most like candid pictures of them.
Well, it was just we were just taking
yeah.
pictures. Yeah, so yeah, that's right. It was some dude's birthday, and we were at BJ's, and we were driving back from BJ's, and we were like, let's go to Vegas.
Yeah.
So we just went to Vegas. And
Hell yeah.
we left the dude whose birthday it was, too. We didn't even, like,
Oh my
invite him.
God,
We
that's-
just left.
That's fucked up.
Now that I remember it. Yeah.
He probably saw your Snapchat of you.
Of us,
like-
all of us in
Yeah.
Vegas. He's like, what the fuck? Are you guys really in Vegas right now? Yeah, bro. Happy birthday, by the way.
I'd be fucking pissed if my friends did that to me.
Well, it
I'd
was
be
just so
mad.
out of nowhere, and he was probably
Yeah.
off banging his girlfriend or something.
Yeah,
We don't want to
okay.
we didn't want to
He's-
like bring him and his girlfriend.
Yeah.
We did like nobody's allowed to hang out with me if you have to ask to hang out. Like if you have to ask your girlfriend to go
hang.
first.
Okay, yeah.
Kill yourself.
Yeah.
Because there's always a chance we're gonna end up in another city.
Yeah. Oh, so do you just like to do like spontaneous like get ups like that? to
I don't
places?
really plan anything really.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, you don't have to. Like, you're just you. You don't have kids or family.
I have a
So why
dog.
not?
I'm a puppy.
Okay.
She can come with me to the strip club. Who cares?
Yeah.
She's a seeing eye dog. I need her to see the boobies for me.
There you go. Yeah, that's great. Well, we hit like an hour. Dang. It doesn't
Dang,
feel
what do you
like
mean,
we've
dang?
been
You-
doing.
You
Well,
don't
like
normally.
no. Normally it's like 50 minutes, like
Kinda-
45. Yeah, I
Kind
don't
of
know.
lame ass podcast. What the fuck?
Well, like, I'm just starting out.
I feel it. What episode number is this?
This is like, what are we on? Maybe like
I think this is
7?
8.
8? Okay, yeah,
8?
7 was
Damn.
close.
I think I was
Yeah.
on Brandon's episode number 8.
Really?
Yeah, you were on an early one. I don't remember what number exactly, but
It was like 7 or 8 because if I go, we've texted so much, but if I go to our Facebook Messenger, look at this. I just scrolled barely up, right?
yeah.
May 5th, 2020 was when I did your podcast, and it was on a Facebook audio call, and I was just like, I think I was at work.
Yeah, you were like clearly doing something in
I was
the middle.
I was doing your podcast through my AirPods, like while I was like walking around somewhere, bro.
It
was still a fun time.
Yeah, that is super fun.
But it is funny how we came from like doing podcasts during like the pandemic, like over like the phone and shit, to like now we could like I could breathe on you now.
Yeah.
And get bit by a dog.
Yeah, dog can bite you now. Yeah, well, thanks for like coming on today and.
Yeah, no, this was a lot of fun.
Guest.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Do you
what
have
was it
any?
called again? What the fuck?
It's
what's
called
wrong
What
with
is
you?
Wrong with You?
All right, so like, do you do like a closing thing of what you think's wrong with the guest? After listening to my stories, what do you think's wrong with me?
Well, I don't do a closing thing, but I'll do one for you.
You should start doing that starting right now. What's wrong with me?
Starting right now, I've unpacked that you need to be more judgmental like me.
Oh, I'm very judgmental.
Yeah.
I was projecting my judgments by calling yours out.
Okay. So yeah, so stop being judgmental, one or the other. And yeah, I can't, I guess that's all that I get out of it. Maybe stop being judgmental, Galyn.
I don't like how you said my name like that right after that. I don't like that
Do I
at all.
sound like I'm scolding you?
It sounded like you were judging me a little bit.
Yeah, that's how I talk to my students every time I use names. So
You're a teacher?
Mm-hmm.
What? Of what?
I teach theater.
Oh, I thought you were going to say like 3rd grade.
No,
like,
no,
what the
no,
fuck?
no.
Don't you have shit to grade right now? What are you doing here?
No, the school year hasn't started yet. It starts back in a couple days. Rip. But yeah, do you have any like upcoming dates or anything you want to plug for people?
I do. Well, when does this come out?
What do you think the turnaround will be, Brandon?
This will be out by Monday.
Okay, cool. So Wednesday, I'm flying into California. I'll be headlining in Lompoc, Atascadero, and Fresno on August 17th, 18th, and 19th. No, just kidding. The 18th, 19th, and 20th. It doesn't matter. Nobody listening to this is going to come to those. But I'll be doing the Harrisburg Comedy Zone. I'm headlining the weekend at the Harrisburg Comedy Zone on September 9th and September 10th, and I'm bringing Mike Eaton to feature for me, and that one's going to be a ton of fun. I also found out that the Hershey's, like the original Hershey's chocolate factory, is 10 miles away from Harrisburg. So like we're gonna fucking be fat asses and fucking go there.
Go to the Hershey's.
That's gonna be fucking sweet. Even though they have like, wait, no? I was about to say is Nestle Crunch a Hershey thing, but no, it's Nestle.
Nestle, yeah.
Fucking. Does Hershey's only has Hershey bars, right? That's it. And Kisses, that's it.
But you can get the almonds.
It's kind of lame.
The Hershey bar with almonds, those are good.
I guess, but they don't have M&Ms or nothing, so whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's really fun.
This was a ton of fun. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. You can find him you're on Instagram.
Yeah, it's just my name. I'm sure you'll put it in the bio.
Yeah, we'll have it in there. So, yeah, thank you guys for listening. I appreciate it every week. Someone listens. Bye-bye.